What's up, guys? Aaron with Twins Garage. Just got back from a long and much needed bike ride. Went to Grand Rapids, which is about 45 minutes from me. Rode there with my buddy Ron. We rode around for a while and came back, so it's getting pretty late, so I'll probably head to bed soon. I just wanted to start out the video because when I get home from drill tomorrow, we're going to get the bucket right over there, get that under the engine and start draining it and get those heads pulled off. Over this weekend, it being Easter, it was pretty busy, but so I didn't get a whole lot done, but I did start working on the body. As you can see, I started grinding. This year is not as bad on this side as it was the other side. Still pretty bad. This is terrible. The other side, this wasn't rusty at all. So we're probably gonna either take the whole quarter off of the yellow WRX, or we're just going to cut along here, around and down on the yellow WRX and swap it, and then do a little work back here because it's not as, I haven't really gotten to this too much, but so far this is not as bad as what the driver's side was, and we still have the arc here on the driver's side to do. So a little bit of body work left, and nothing is confirmed yet, but we may just plasti dip this car for the year, and then next summer actually come back through, peel up, dip off, and paint the car. I haven't quite decided yet, but I'd really like to just get this car finished and be able to drive it this year. So I also just ordered my new front end parts, like tie rods, ball joints, wheel bearings, all that, and some of the rear end parts. I haven't got everything for the rear end quite yet, and I haven't got any brakes or rotors yet either, but all that's coming. I ordered the E85 fuel pump and a few other things, so we just need E85 injectors, blow-off valve, and a boost controller, and those are the main parts I really need, and then I can start putting the engine back together once I pick it up from the machine shop, and pretty much start dropping it in once I get the engine cradle swapped over. So that hopefully this weekend we'll be doing the engine cradle. I'd like to at least get the parts car one off, and this one started being torn apart. Josh is coming over. He's got all the parts he needs for the Evo, so he's coming over to hopefully finish this Evo and get that ready for the tuner. So we'll definitely be making a video this weekend. It'll probably be separate from this one. Got a little bit of a mess over here, but the headers are fully off. Just gotta drain the oil and start ripping this timing belt apart. I put the timing all in place to make sure all the marks lined up. Everything lines up, so I know at least the engine hadn't jumped a tooth, or if it did, somebody went back in and adjusted everything where it needs to be. So I can start tearing that apart. Probably do that tomorrow when I get home, and hopefully get these heads off tomorrow. Also, I finally got something in the mail today. The Twins Garage sticker. I got the Twins Garage sticker that I ordered and designed a couple weeks back. Got quite a few of them that I'm going to put here and probably on various other places in the shop. Over here next to the Tuner Cult sticker and whatnot. So if anybody wants a sticker, I'd have very limited, but for some of my regulars that watch the video, I'll give out some stickers. Anyways, I'm gonna head inside, go to bed, and pick back up tomorrow. So I'll check back in. Alright guys, I'm starting to get the heads off. Oil's drained, it didn't have a whole lot in there. Got the valve cover off on the driver's side of the engine over here. And a lot of this stuff, I did run into a little issue I want to show you real quick. Timing, gears, and everything off. I got to this one. Oh, other side. And I made the mistake of putting on this one and trying to take that off, and it shifted everything. See, all the timing marks no longer are lining up, which I know it's not a problem, but you can't move them back. They're like absolutely stuck where they're at. So hopefully it didn't, nothing touched in there. But I just don't like that. I want everything to kind of stay there so nothing gets damaged. But the machine shop's gonna be working on this anyways, so I'm gonna have to do a little more research. I've never done any type of really research on how to remove the heads, and from what I'm seeing, it looks like we have to remove the cams because the bolts look like they're down in there. So I'm hoping not. I don't have the right tool that kind of locks these in place, but now that I think about it, I think I did see a video because they had to remove this little plate. I remember they had some tool that locked these in place so they could get them off. So I'm gonna go watch some videos. I may have to order a special tool or something, but I'm really hoping I can get these heads off this week because I'm tired of filming videos of disassembling this engine because it's taking way too long. I want this engine to be torn apart and so I can start putting it back together. But all in all, it looks pretty good inside of here so far. I'm excited to see how the pistons look. So, over here in the car, I haven't touched the body too much since the last time, but I did I was bored, had some wood. So I built a little platform. It's hard to see, it's really dark, but that's better. I built a little floor underneath here just with some scrap wood I had left because this kept twisting when I turned corners and then falling down in the spare tire location. This isn't bolted down, so I can remove that and put a tire in there if I want. Then I just do this board here with some screws to keep this from flying forward. It's all temporary. I'll get a more permanent way to hold it down in there someday. So I'm gonna head inside and do a little more research on the head removal process. I've done quite a few engines, but never a Subaru engine. I know that on some of the other engines I've done, I've had to remove cams to get the heads off, and most actually, I have not had to remove the cams. So I'm really hoping I don't have to, but it'll be my luck that I will. So I'm gonna go watch a few videos and I'll be back in a little bit. What's up, guys? So I've been pretty busy and I didn't have my phone, the battery was dead, but I got quite a bit done to the engine, and I decided that since my phone was charged, I was gonna grab it and film doing the last bit of removing the head. So I'm gonna show you what I got done first, and then I'll show you the process of me removing the rest of them. Here's everything so far. Kept everything in order. You know, that goes there, that goes to that one, that goes to that one. I haven't got that one off quite yet, so got one head removed. This one's still coming off. This cam was a real pain for some reason for this to come off. Well, actually, yeah, it was this one, and I ended up breaking the backing guard, the black piece, so I'm gonna have to get a new one with the inner ones. No big deal. One thing I want to point out, I've seen other videos where people were marking the location of where the cam was, but I don't think you have to, because we have this little pin or thing poking out on each of them, and as you can see, that goes right into these little slots, so it's gonna line everything right back up there. Well, this one, that one of those holes may be it. I'm not quite sure. I may have fucked that up, but I guess don't take my word for that. It looks like you may have to keep track of where that's at, which I didn't, so maybe somebody will have some information online that will help me, so I'll have to look that up. But I guess these two have the little slot for it, so. have it, guys. I got both heads off. So now those have to go to the machine shop. I'm probably gonna take the block with me to have them inspect the pistons and I'm gonna take the oil pan off because I had an extension break while taking a head bolt off. A cheap Harbor Freight one, snapped that clean off. And the little piece, just my luck, fell into the oil pan. I'm gonna show you how. There's like oil galleys and coolant galleys. Well, just my luck, I can't remember which one. There's an oil one that brings oil up into the head, and it happened to fall in there, and I heard it go down into the oil pan. So now I have to pull the oil pan off, which gives me a good excuse to check out the crank and everything. So I'm going to pull all that, take it to the machine shop, and have them inspect everything for me and let me know what they think. I'm also doing new motor mounts. Pretty much everything on there that can be removed is going to be removed. Gaskets are all getting replaced. So I'm really hoping I don't have to redo the block, but that's a possibility. We will see. I've had a little bit, I want to show you. I cleaned it out just with my finger, but there's quite a bit of debris inside of there. I cleaned quite a bit of it out, but it's making me a little nervous. I've never dealt with a Subaru engine, but I've also never had that much oil and debris inside of valves. Normally they're pretty clean that I've seen. So it's making me a little nervous. For having roughly 25,000 miles, you'd think this engine would be a lot cleaner. But so anyways, I'm gonna get this cleaned up. There's this huge mess here, and then I will be taking the head sometime this week to the machine shop. So anyways, I'm gonna end this video here. This is the final part to the teardown. It's taken me a lot longer than any engine I've ever torn apart has. I just never dealt with Subaru engines, and these are quite a bit different than things that I've dealt with before. So I've got to tear apart a D16 Honda engine. I did head gaskets, timing on that engine. I did a clutch. I've torn down two Ford 5.0 engines and then rebuilt one with all performance forged part internals and everything. That was the most expensive build I've ever done, and probably the craziest build I've ever done, which I would love to talk about that in the future, of what happened to that and where I'm going next with that. It's my Ford Bronco project. And then I know I've actually mentioned about that truck in the beginning of our YouTube career, but anyways, I've also done the clutch on a Subaru engine before, but other than that, I've never done anything else with a Subaru engine. So this has been a pretty big experience for me, and it's making me really nervous messing with this engine that I imported from Japan and I spent a ton of money on. So luckily I've given up the idea of getting this finished this summer. So I'm going to spend as much time as I can to get everything put together correctly, get high quality parts, high quality gaskets, everything all OEM from Subaru, gasket wise anyways. I'm going to clean up this engine bay quite a bit. Okay, so from here, I just have to drop these heads off pretty much and clean up the block and get it inspected, and I can start putting it back together. So anyways, I hope you liked this video. I'm glad to finally get this teardown finished. I should have honestly put them all together and just made one video, but I really wanted to get some content out, and I knew it was going to be some time before I got this finished. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment, like, subscribe, check out our Instagram pages, and yeah, peace. See you guys next time.